everyone.
Hi everybody, how you doing?
Anyway, we're back and we're here to do some more of our journeys through Jay and Kimberly's life and through everything that we've got going on. And this weekend, we just want to remind everybody that we have the weekend to remember again, and we're really excited. And it starts on Friday and it goes through Sunday. So prayers for everybody, for all the couples that are coming. There's over 800 and people. Not couples, that would be 1,600, which would be amazing. But we're super excited, and there's still room. But we did want to share with you a couple testimonies from the last weekend.
Which was Tucson, just this last weekend.
Yeah, they had the Tucson weekend to remember, and we just feel they're just so amazing. So if you're just kind of hemming and hawing and thinking that you should go,
maybe go
is what we're saying. So.
So here's the
Jay's
testimony.
Jay's gonna read what the guy. So this is a married couple
that sent in their test. So what happens is, at the end of the weekend to remember, they ask people to write down what they got out of it, something they'd like to say, something they'd like the people who were speaking to know, and those who were helping. And at the end of that, as we volunteer there, we get to see these testimonies. And this is a husband and wife who both separately did their testimony, and when they put them together, this is what was said.
Right, so, and these testimonies, these were the top 10.
Yeah, and that was this last weekend in Tucson. Okay, so he says, "My wife and I have been married for 26 years. She fell out of love with me. This weekend, God put that love back in our heart. Divorce is not an option, husband."
No, divorce is
not a husband.
An option. Divorce is not an option.
Sorry, I don't know how to read these just right.
So that was a husband. That was the husband, and they've been married 26 years.
Right.
And then she said, "This weekend was truly a weekend to remember, a turning point. I have already filed divorce papers, but now we are both 100% all in for our marriage. This marriage retreat saved our marriage because we have grown so much closer to God and each other than ever before. I never truly understood the oneness that God desired for our marriage. God has given me a new love, a new hope, a new relationship with my husband. I can truly say that I love my husband more than I ever have in our 26 years of marriage. Thank you so much for this weekend." So that was her. So that is just amazing. They're not getting divorced.
And understand, this isn't the weekend. It's what
God.
they did. It's God and what they chose to do this weekend. They chose to open their hearts to give it a chance. She was done. She's filed for divorce. And this weekend opened her heart with God in the midst of it and with the midst of them. I think you ought to go ahead and show that.
Well, so,
right
and
now.
another thing,
ahead, yeah.
and another thing that I want to talk about is that as we go through life and we have all this stress around us, our hearts kind of get hardened. And Jay had an amazing post this morning. I don't know if a lot of you read it, just about fighting. And as we fight as couples, our hearts kind of get hardened for each other that way,
over the years.
And I think Jay and I have always been really good. We're really good fighters. Like, I'm not going to lie.
We're mean to each
really
other.
Mean sometimes.
We know how to take each other down and push all those buttons.
Push them all, yeah. We're just really bad. We've gotten way better. Like, we're more loving now.
Even personal attacks that are just relentless and ridiculous.
Right.
And we've learned that that's just not the way to fight.
Right, but we still knew to make up. Like, we always forgave each other, and we never really I never let it go deep in. Like, a lot of people, they kind of let things just fester and don't say
build
a
up.
word and build up. Well, we just let it out. So we just get it out, and then we don't have to worry about it.
Which is good and bad. So.
Yeah. But anyway, I want. Can you read that, and then we'll do my thing.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I want to talk about this a little bit first, and then we'll do your thing. Because I want to do your thing now.
Oh, you want to do it?
Yeah, I want you to do it now.
Okay, so anyway, I have this analogy, and this isn't from me, but it's absolutely amazing because when I saw it, it was like a light bulb. Whoa, that was a total revelation. So I have my little prop here. So I'm going to draw a triangle.
Spouse with an S.
I know. So God is here. And I think the oh gosh, it's backwards.
No, only
you guys will see it fine. Anyway, I think we always like to point fingers, like, oh well, he doesn't make me happy. Oh well, he doesn't do this or he doesn't do that. And I think we have to take a look at ourselves and our relationship with God. So here is the wife, and here is the husband. So here we are with our relationship. As we grow closer to God, we have complete oneness.
We grow closer together.
Yeah.
So as you individually spend time in prayer with God, as you talk to God and ask God for His guidance for yourself and for your husband and wife also, but this is your personal time with God. As you grow closer to Him, because you're both heading for the same direction, which is God, you both end up being closer. So this triangle really shows as you get closer to God, you become so close that oneness occurs when God is truly in the middle. And that's what this weekend is about. Bringing that oneness in a way that's beyond what you're accustomed to. And there's always, for those who already have a great relationship with God, with Jesus and all that, there's always new things that come up in your relationship and in your life, the stresses and the problems and financially and family, things that go wrong. Our parents are getting older. We know they're coming close to not being around anymore, and that's really stressful at times for us to think about. But as we grow closer to God and we grow closer together, it makes it better for us to support each other and help each other and give each other wisdom and guidance.
Yeah, we're looking to God more. So, for us to be able to love like Jesus and like God is to have that relationship with God. Like, I didn't even know what love was until I seriously had a relationship with the Lord. And then I knew what love was. And then now He gives me the heart that I need to love back, to love others the way He does.
And to love me as
and to
husband.
love my husband and my children. And hi, love you too. Hi, Kathy, miss you. Anyway, so yeah, it really does. You've got to focus. Sometimes we just want to focus on what's around us and the people that are around us and the relationships around us. But truly, we have to have that vertical relationship with the Lord, and then everything else will work out.
So this is what I wrote this morning. It just kind of struck me because we all go through these thoughts and these discussions and or arguments, depending on how you want to look at it. And so I'm going to read this really quick. It's just like the last one we did. It's going to be quick. So this is what I said. Sometimes after having a heated discussion or argument with your spouse, you might find your mind wandering of whether or not you're with the right person in your life. Understand God put you two together for a great reason. Stop your mind from wandering. When this happens, the Bible has a powerful way of overcoming these thoughts. Paul says, keep your mind focused on the good things, the true things, those things that inspire you to succeed in life. Soon you will realize it's just an off moment and recommit to what you did the day you married them. Then do the unheard of. Go do something nice for them and pray for them like you never have before and see what happens.
Yeah.
These things truly make a difference. But I just want to kind of expound a little bit on this, having this argument, this discussion. I mean, I can remember times just being so mad and upset. My mind does wander. I'm going, am I really with this right person? I mean, we fight all the time. We have all these issues. There's got to be somebody better that I'm not going to fight with. I'm not going to constantly just have to deal with somebody who's always in my face, pointing out my flaws or my mistakes. And it's what we do to each other. Instead of being kind and loving and thinking through those things, going, when Kimberly is talking to me most of the time, except in the fight when we say the wrong things, which most of the time we don't anymore, but sometimes when we're fighting or when she's trying to help me by just saying, Jay, if you did this, and she's pointing something out that is a flaw to me, and it bothers me and it hurts me sometimes.
Well, the pride gets in the way.
But yeah, that's part of it. And sometimes, but that's not her intent. Her intent is that she loves me. She's trying to help me to be a better man. And just like when I talk to her and try to support her sometimes in her work, and it bothers her because she thinks I'm telling her what to do. And I am, but not in the sense that I want to tell her what to do because she's doing it wrong. but I'm just suggesting different ways because I've learned differently, and maybe my way can help her. And she goes, oh, that might work. I should try that. But it's because I love her and I'm trying to support her, not because I'm trying to attack her or trying to insult her or be rude to her or anything like that. But that's how many of our arguments start. We're actually just trying to help each other,
well, I think
and our pride gets up in the way.
Right, and it's offense. So that's the bait of Satan, is getting offended. So sometimes I'll say something and he will react to maybe the way I said it, which wasn't how I meant it at all.
Right.
And that happens a lot. But I think sometimes you have to just stop yourself and say, no, I think this is only just from history, and I need to just not get upset, because then that fuels the fire, right?
Right, and I'm sure all of you get this, because we are talking about each other, but we're actually talking about you.
Right.
Because you guys have these thoughts, you have these feelings, and maybe some of you don't ever have the feeling that, oh, I want somebody else, or I would be better off with somebody else. But for those of you who have really gotten down in your relationships in a bad way, these are the thoughts that go through everybody's mind. And what do you do to overcome them? And really it is, stop your mind from wandering. Stop it immediately when you start to go in that direction, because that's not what you committed to when you said I do. What you committed to was for life. What you committed to was to love in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer. And in argument or no argument,
and
when things are great
and
or
you
sad.
don't want to give the enemy a foothold either. Like if there's just a thought or something, you got to take it captive, because it's not from the truth.
Right.
It's just the enemy feeding you lies, because what is the number one thing he wants to do?
Break
up the family. Okay, so who's the family? Who's the most important person? People, husband and wife. That's how the family starts.
Right.
So we are literally
under attack
all the time.
And we can sense it sometimes when we don't do Bible study or we don't pray together.
Or before these videos.
Oh my gosh, we have nice discussions
we
sometimes
have like
before
massive, or kid trouble like that one night. Oh my gosh. It was like, wow. And so now, we kind of take about 30 minutes before and we pray and kind of just get in the mode and that kind of thing, because sometimes it can be pretty hard, but the enemy just does that. So he doesn't
want us talking to you guys,
and he
about
doesn't want
stuff.
you guys married. Just know that. And after I realized that, I saw so much. I saw so much stuff around me, like, wow. Just everything that the media and everything, advertising, and what it does and how it's playing out in this world.
Well, just like TV today.
Yeah.
The man's a fool, the women rule, and it's like, we know that's not true. Women and men are supposed to be together in their partnership, and it doesn't show up that way quite a bit in most TV shows. And there's sex, and there's drugs, and there's rock and roll, and then there's more sex. And that's all that they show on TV anymore. I mean, even the kids shows now are talking about things that, when I was a kid, that wasn't discussed. And we wonder why it's getting so bad, because that constant flow of media that shows us things that create desires. Maybe I could be with somebody else.
Right.
Look at that guy. Look what they found.
All these movies and all these books and whatever you're reading. And there was something I read on Family Life the other day about Cosmopolitan Magazine. They're not supporting marriages and a sexual relationship in marriages. They're talking about the next hookup and how can I get this guy and this girl to, it's ridiculous. So we don't have a lot of support. But they say that it's true that when you've been married longer, that your intimacy and your sex life is actually better.
It is.
And it's like, I don't get it. They just always want to make it.
Shh, the cat's out of the bag now.
I know. But they do. They want to make it like it's better on the other side. The grass is not greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it.
Right.
So anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed, and just share a video. There's still room for the weekend to remember this weekend if you want to go. Oh my
gosh, you guys will be so amazed if you'll just do it. We've been doing them 3 times, and we've been there to help support. But in 3 different times, I always ask who's been married the longest. And we've had several times where those couples that said they've been married 40 and 50 years, they're going, we wish we'd had this when we first got married.
Right.
Because the help it gave. So if you've been married 15 or 20 or 25 or 30, 40-year-old marriages that have been together and been through the worst of it, are still together and they're saying, we wish we'd done this.
Right.
So we'd love to have you.
If you have a
love
great
to see
marriage,
you, and we'll be there.
Yeah, there's always room for improvement.
There's always something
But
new.
come see us if you guys did sign up. Come look for us. Introduce yourselves if we don't know you. Come say hi. There's still time. OCC renew, and you can even sign up at the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
And share. Oh, and please share this and send it out to your friends. We just want to help marriages get stronger, and anything you can do to get us out there, if that helps you, have it help them. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Take
Love you
care.
guys.
Bye.